So first of all, hello and welcome to the Forex simulation session. It is a simulation session that I am creating for myself so that I can go through these trades over and over again. I am starting with 300 US dollar balance and I am intending to double this account in every 2 months. So let's see how it goes and basically here I will be monitoring my technical analysis setups and I will be going through those setups again and again and again. So stay tuned to the end of video to know what it is exactly about. As I know, so I don't need to repeat myself as I am creating these videos for myself. So starting from monthly candle, we can see that the simulator only allowed us one candle, which is a big move up starting from 1768 all the way till 1829, which is around 600 pips of move. Moving forward towards weekly candle, we can see that weekly candle is in a strong bullish trend. We are moving up and there is a very strong bullish trend in weekly time frame. If I move next to daily time frame, I can see some information here. In daily we are also moving up. We have broken above the resistance that previously price has created at 1811 and we moved up. So I can anticipate, but just by looking at daily time frame, that the trend is bullish and we can continue pushing up. And if I look at 4 hour time frame, here I can see some information. I can see that we created a resistance at 1818 level and then we start to move above that resistance. So this is the information in 4 hour time frame, and if I look at 1 hour time frame, I can see more information. If I look at 1 hour time frame, we created a support at 18, we created a resistance at 1819. Once we broke above that, resistance is now converted into support and H1 candle again continued pushing up. So looking just at H1, I can see that there are small body candles, so the volume was dying at that point. So yeah, that's all for now, and now we will start simulating, and for that we need this little tool. Move it to the left, all the way to the left hand side, and yeah, now it is a little bit clear. I will zoom in because alright. Now I will fast forward candles unless I see some sort of big body candle. I will only trade big body candles, and here I want to mention that there is no available data above what is happening above 1830. So we don't know where the support and resistance is above 1830, so we will manage that. So it is Monday, it is 3rd of January 2022. So we are coming back from Christmas holidays, so I need to take that into account. Usually the volume is very slow in first week of January, but we will see how it goes. First of all, I need big body candles so that I can trade, and I want this sort of price action in M1 time frame to accurately trade those setups. So as I know that the trend is bullish, I am looking if we can create a support somewhere in this area at 1827 in M15 or in M30 time frame. Or if we break above 1831 area, I will execute buys. And sells are little bit tricky because there is no clean range to the left, but I am also planning my sells below 1827 because I know if I execute below 1827 I will be having around 18 pips of range, and if the volume is with us we can even push down till 1822 area right in here in M30 time frame. So let's move forward. And if I can see the H1 candle is has a little bit of volume. The H1 candle is around 25 pips. So I will wait, and I will wait for prices to break below this wick at 1824 for prices to continue pushing down in this 31 pip range. So I will fast forward a few more candles. Alright, we are approaching this area, so I will now slow down and I will execute if we break below this area. And at this point I am anticipating this is a C grade setup. So for C grade setup I need to execute 0.03 lot, and now if we break below this M5 candle I will execute sells using, yeah, right in here I want to place my sell stop below this wick by placing a stop loss of 11 pips for US dollar loss. I am anticipating that we can move in 8022 area. So I will let it run and I will be monitoring my trade. Alright, we have broken below that area. Now all I will be doing is manage my risk. So M5 candle has still closed bearish. We are good. If we the current M5 candle break above previous M5 candle high, then I will be little bit concerned. As it is C grade setup, I already knew that the probability of it working is although high, but I can't execute volume on this trade. So at this point, the M1 candles at that point start to consolidate and it shows little to no interest in moving down. So I will manage my stop at this point. I will close 50%. I will modify my stop loss and I will let it run. And yeah, we will wait. So what do that essentially mean? It essentially means that we price found a support at 1824 level and decided to continue pushing up. So there is nothing that we can do or force price to move down. So we will wait. And H4 candle has also broken below previous H4 candle low, which essentially means we can continue pushing down till 1820 area. I will give this trade a second chance if and only if I find something to trade on. Yeah, it is still 20 pips of range, which is pretty much doable. And yeah, patience is required around now. So as the M15 candles start to close side by side, I will push. Yeah, I will look at this price because price rejected from 1824 area, moved up around 10 pips, and it is again approaching our area of interest for sales. Looking at M1, there is some sort of volume, but at this point, if I execute on current candle, it will be degrade setup, lowering my stop loss, lowering my adjusting my lot for degrade setup, and anticipating price to continue pushing down. So alright, Again, the M15 candle rejected from this area. M30 candle is still bearish, and if now we break through this M30 candle, I this will be a B grade setup, and I will adjust my lot size accordingly. So this D grade setup has failed. I will delete this sell stop, and I will now wait. Now little bit of patience is required. I want sell below 1824. So the M15 candle has closed, and if we break through this low, I will execute. And what should be the lot size? Ideally it is a B grade setup, and it is but the setup is not complete yet, and I want to execute, so I will be treating it like a C grade setup. If the volume appears as I want it to appear, I will add my, yeah, you see this M5 candle, which essentially means that the it is now converted into B grade setup. Although it seems like a B grade setup, but the volume on these M5 candles is low, but still I will treat it as a B grade setup. Place a sell stop below the previous wicks in an anticipation. If we break through this M30 low, we can continue pushing down in this 32 pips of range. So I will wait. Alright, our sell stops got active. Now all we need to do is to manage our risk. If I look at this price action, if I look at M1 in more details, I can see, yeah, I can see that price broke below the low in first 2 minutes and then start to reject above the high. So at this point I am little bit concerned, and if I look at my stop loss is around 7-8 pips, so the trade stop loss is already managed. I will do nothing more in this trade, and I will let it run. There is high probability for price to hit my stop loss, and again M5 candle close like a rejection. If we break through this M5 candle, I want to add more risk, but I will not be adding because it is already a B grade setup, and I have adjusted my lot size accordingly. For this setup to play out, I don't want M5 candle to break above previous M5 candle, which it does, so I will now wait. I'm still waiting if I'm still waiting for this M15 close, and yeah, lost around 7 US dollars on this trade. So the M15 candle closed bullish. Its mean price have again found a support at this point, 1824. So I will be only looking for buys above 1825, but I need some sort of confirmations at 1825. Oh, wait a second. At 1825, the price was bullish, and yeah, this is a C grade setup. I will execute on this. Yeah, I will execute using pending buy stop. Place a stop loss of 9 pips in an anticipation that if we break through this area, we can continue pushing up, but I need to adjust this buy stop considering my spread, which is around 3 pips. Yeah, and in M1, although the volume is not as I would like to see, but I still executed on this trade. Now I will just wait to see how this M30 candle will close in next 25 minutes. In H1 we have already found a support, but still, as I can see, there are previous 4 H1 candles closing bearish. If the current M1 candle break below this previous H1 candle low, I can still execute sells. So I need to see how the price unfolds. Alright, M5 candles are moving down. There is volume in one time frame. Yeah, at this point, this is a not this is not a very good trade because the range is only 21 pips, but if I still want to execute it, I will treat it as a D grade setup. Place a sell stop below this wicks by placing a stop loss of 13 pips. The only reason this C grade setup is a D grade setup because of small range to the left, although in H1 I can see that we can continue pushing down in this 36 pips range. If I find something in M5 again, which I have found already, I will treat it essentially as A grade setup. A grade setup. Adjusting lot size for A grade setup, placing sell stops below this area, putting my stop loss at 1824, because if we are to move down, I am not anticipating price to hit my stop loss area, so I will be waiting. The only reason this is an A grade setup because of the volume in H1 time frame. So the M15 candle closed bullish, M30 candle is again moving up, and at this point this A grade setup, what is happening right in here, which is sell stop, is over, so I will delete all. Now I will wait. I am already down $7 for today, and now I need to wait. So if I look at M30 time frame, the prices are ranging, but H1 is still bearish. If we still break through this area, I will treat it as a B grade setup because there is a lot of consolidation. Yeah, at this point we have broken through that support area, but we are only 2 minutes down into this hourly candle. Hourly candle is also breaking through this area. H4 candle has closed bearish and is breaking below previous H4 candle low after an hour. What do that means? That essentially means is this is essentially a B grade setup, but because there is no spot formation at this point, so I will I will treat it as a C grade setup. Placing a stop loss of 10 pips, I am anticipating just by looking at M1 time frame volume that we can continue pushing down. Alright, this H1 candle is 4 minutes old, and we have broken through previous or hey, wait. Alright, if I look at in here, we are breaking below H1 candle, M30 candle, and M15 candle. So I will treat it as a complicated B grade setup in which I will be putting my stop loss above this candle, because if the next candle break through previous M5 candle low, I am not anticipating the next M5 candle to do a retest based on this M1 time frame volume. Yeah, I will adjust this stop loss a little bit as per my requirement. Place it in here. It is like 6 pips of stop, and I'm anticipating to take take TP at 1820 area. But if I look at M15, we have already approached this problematic area. I will also take that into consideration, and we are pushing down, so the whole idea is working out. But we need to see how this M5 candle will close. And now I will be looking at how to book my profits. So if I look at M15, if I look at M13, we are approaching a support, so that is confirmed. So I will this is like 3 US dollar loss, and this is like 3. Yeah, the risk on this trade is already small. I will let it work out. We will see how the M1 time frame is behaving at this area, and we will be managing and adjusting our risk based on M1 time frame. So if now the price move up, I will close my lower sell trade. So this was a B grade setup. Now I need to wait. Alright, I'm waiting for M5 candle to close. Alright, M5 candle has closed with a wicked rejection. It is like 20 pips of rejection. So what do that means? That means I will treat it as a retracement, but it could also be a reversal, so I don't know at this point. I will manage my risk, place stop loss above previous M5 candle high, because if it is a retracement, there is no point for candles to touch my stop loss. Otherwise I will be happy with my, if the candle do touches my stop loss, I will be happy with my risk management. Just little bit of patience. I want to see how the current M5 candle will close. Yeah, so there was a problem at like 20 pips. I should have secured at least one position, but you can see in M1 time frame the rejection was 7 pips in just M1. So that was difficult for me to close, and the current M5 candle is moving up by creating a lower wick, which essentially means that we can retrace up before moving down. So in this particular setup, I am not anticipating price to come back and break above this M5 candle high. So I will close my lower position, put the break even to the next, and I will just let it run. Alright, I got stopped out. There is a week left to be filled in H1 time frame, and we will look at if I can find something. So this was a successful break out of 25 pips. So yeah, this is what I hate about it. We created a wick to the upside and start to push down, but still we don't know if we will continue pushing down. And I am just waiting patiently. There is nothing in here. Move forward. So the H1 candle has closed above previous candle wicks, and there is a wick left to be filled, which is around 26 pips. So is will the current H1 candle fill this wick to the downside? So we are not interested in this wick fills, and I was only trading breakouts, since the breakout that I took essentially has failed. It basically worked out, but I didn't was able to book profits. So I will just wait. I will wait and move forward because I am not willing to execute a position in here. So the H1 candle has failed this week around 30 pips, but I am only anticipating to trade breakouts, so I will not be interested in that. But the M30 candle is again breaking below previous M30 lows, which essentially means we can continue pushing down in this 29 pips range. And if we through this M break through this M5 candle low, I will treat it as a C grade setup and let it run. And we basically didn't, and price found a support in M1 time frame. Yeah, we have already broken above previous M15 candle high, so there is no point of holding this sell stop. I will just delete that sell stop. Now I'm waiting. Alright, there is nothing for now. I am only looking for buys above 1825 and sells below 1821, and I want to delete my sell stops. And let's move forward a little bit. Yeah, right in here. If I look at, we are approaching an M30 resistance area at 1825 area. We need to break above so that we can capture this 50 pips of move. And remember, our trend is bullish, and if we were able to capture that trade, that will be amazing. If we break above this M5 candle high, I will be executing buys above M5 candle high. I am also taking into consideration the spread and let it run. The trade is little bit tricky as we haven't broken above M30 support, yeah, M30 resistance yet, but I am taking into consideration M5 and M1 volume. That's why I executed on this trade. So M5 candle has broken below previous M5 candle low. I will still wait. If we break above this M15 candle high, this is essentially a B grade setup, but B grade setup will appear above these M30 highs and above this M15 high. Now if we break below this M5 candle low, I will pull myself out just by looking at M1 time frame. I can see the volume is dying, and I will wait. As we are about to break up on this particular candle, I will execute a B grade trade above this M5 candle by placing a stop loss of around 14 pips. Taking spread into consideration, I am anticipating next M5 candle to create a lower wick because I have seen that wick, so I have executed. And now I am anticipating price to fill this entire range till 1830, or I will manage my risk in M5 time frame. right at this H1 candle closing, which has closed above all those areas with volume. I am anticipating that we should continue pushing up. And for this B grade trade, I will be managing my risk very closely. You know what? I will close half of this B grade trade. The reason being M5 candle failed to break above previous M5 candle high, and on the other side I will again execute the rest of M5 B grade trade if we break above this M5 candle high, taking into consideration the spread. If we break above this area, we can continue pushing up in this 45 pip range. And now I will wait. Alright, we have broken above that area, but in the first 1 minute, which is of little bit concern, looking at 1 minute time frame, we are still good. I'm not anticipating prices to break these this M30 candle low. I'm not looking at M5 time frame to manage my risk, because there is a lot of volume and we have moved a lot in M5 time frame. So essentially we can create one or two bearish M5 candles. I am looking at M30. I am not anticipating prices to break below M30 candle low. At this point we have broken below previous M5 candle high. So what do that essentially means? That means two things: either it is a trend reversal, I mean little bit of retracement, deep retracement, which I am not concerned about. So I will close my this percentage of position. I will again execute above this M15 candle. I will put break even to the rest of trades, and I will also take some profit out of this trade. And what is happening? I want to take some profit out of this trade. I want to close 50%. So yeah, that is now closed, and we will wait. M15 candle has broken below previous M15 candle low, so I think so, but I will let it run. I was planning to close my trade. Alright, the one position got stopped out. M30 candle has closed the way I don't like it to close, so I will close everything at this point. Now I am only waiting for prices to break above M15 high for buys. Alright, M30 candle has again broken below previous M30 bullish candle. So at this point, I execute sells for this 32 pips of range. Yeah, I will execute sells. So my stop loss essentially goes above 1826 area, but this sell stop should be below 1825 area. But as I am already late in this position, I will be taking a closer look. M30 candle at this point has closed with no wick at the low, which essentially means we can retrace up to create an upper wick, which will be concerning. And I will let it run. I will close my position if it hit break even. I will break even my position, and I will be waiting. Yeah, M5 candle has closed bullish, which is oh, M5 candle has closed bullish. If the next M5 candle break above previous M5 candle high, I will close entire position. So alright, at this point the question is, should I have closed my entire position above this M5 candle, or should I have left my TP where it left my stop loss where it was previously? So these are the questions I don't know the answer to which for now, but I hope so in future I will be able to answer these questions. Waiting for M15 candle to close. M15 candle has closed bearish, so I will be waiting. Although there is very high probability for prices to push till 1821, 20 pips of range, but I am also out of my position. Actually, I should have waited for this candle to break above this M5 candle high, because the previous M30 candle closed with no wick at the low, so there was probability that M30 candle can create a wick which shouldn't break above this M5 candle high. If it does, then I should be out at break even. If it doesn't, then I should be able to capture this trade, amazing trade of 23 pips. But as I have little experience for now, so I will just be waiting. So I essentially take a decision based on M5 time frame. Now we will move forward. Alright, we are creating this amazing pattern for sell, but the range is only 8 or 9 pips, so essentially this is a D grade setup. I will trade that setup, and so another clue regarding this trade which I took previously. If I look at H4 time frame, the H4 time frame closed bullish with no wick at the top, and the next H4 candle break above that wick and continued pushing down. So it was my clue that I should have waited. I should have break even that position or put the stop loss in this area in an anticipation that price will continue pushing down. So which so essentially I missed that trade. Now if we break below this M5 candle low, it will be a C grade setup with no range to the left side. There is no range to the left side, and we are approaching a high volume time frame, and M1 is also consolidating. So there is probability, there is some sort of probability for price to continue pushing down, and I will execute on that probability for a potential take profit of 27 pips. There is lots and lots of consolidation in M1 time frame, and our B grade setup hasn't activated yet. I want to adjust my lot size according to C grade setup. So if it breaks below, I will pause and adjust my lot size. So we are breaking below in last 1 minute of the candle, so I will wait, and we break below those areas and close back inside the range. M30 candle is also a small body candle, and there is a lot of consolidation in M1 time frame, so I will not adjust my lot size, and I will let it run. If I traded it with C grade setup, I would have closed 50% of position just by looking at the price action. Price action means small body M30 candles, lot of consolidation in M5 time frame. So yeah, I still need to wait in here, and I need to adjust my stop loss. There is no point for prices to break above this area. If the prices break above that area, I should be out. Lots of consolidation, and at this point I will close one of my position, the one in profits, because I don't like these consolidations of small body M15 candles, and just patience is required, and I will take TP at 1818 area. Now we are just waiting. H1 candle is also about to close, and we are creating lot of wicks, but still there is probability for prices to move till 1818, which is around 36 pips away, and just patience. Alright, H1 candle has closed, small body H1 candles, small body M30 and M15 candles, a lot of consolidation in M5 and M1 time frame. But still I will keep my eyes open for sales below the wick at 1820. Oh, wait. I want to execute sales below 1820, and now the issue becomes there is little to no range, so I will essentially trade a C grade setup in here, and once we break the wick to the left, and as there are a lot of consolidations, I will also manage my stop loss very carefully. So at this point we are up around 5 US dollars, around 2% of account, but the whole issue in here is, should I close this trade or should I let it run? We are creating these lower wicks in first 3 minutes of candle, and yeah, if we are breaking below this area, I am not anticipating price to break above this H1 candle high again. If it breaks above this candle, I want to be out, else I will let it run till the range is little bit left. It almost hit that range, but still I am counting on the fact that we may continue pushing down based on H4 time frame, but there is little to no probability. You know what? I will close 50%. Yeah, there is no range left. The volume is dying. Small body M30, M15 candles, and we are breaking below this area in first 5 minutes of this H1 candle, which is little bit concerning, but the small percentage of my position is running. 1818 area is approached, and what should I do? Alright, as I don't know what is going to happen next, I will manage my stop loss based on M5 time frame. Now if we break above the current M5 candle high, I will close some of my position. Everything, I will close everything. So essentially D grade setup put me in profits for today. There was no A grade or B grade setups for today, and amazing man, amazing. This is around 150 pips of trade, and as we are approaching to this area, I have closed some percentage of my position, put stop loss above previous M5 candle high, and this whole move down is in first 1 minute. Maybe we can continue to push up to retest it in 20 area. All right, waiting for M5 candle to close. M5 candle has closed, and now as I am managing my stop loss based on M5 time frame, if the current M5 candle creates a top, it creates, if the current M5 candle breaks above its own high after 2.5 minutes, that is where I will close entire position. Else, yeah, now the 2.5 minutes are over, and now if it breaks above its own high, I am out. If it doesn't, I will trail my stop loss above this candle high. So we didn't break above the current M5 candle high. Now is the time to put break even above M5 candle high. I am very sorry, sorry. I am very happy for myself that I captured these trades without fast forwarding or without even looking at what is going to come to next. I just want to replicate these trades on my real account. We are up around 5% of account, and we are still moving down, but we got stopped out. I don't know what is happening to my throat, so I will just fast forward. So the M30 candle is of high volume candle. Now there is a range left to be filled, which is around 100 pips away. Now if we create some sort of pattern in M15 or M5, I will again trade that setup depending on if it is A grade or B grade setup. Essentially, I believe that we can get some setup. Yeah, M5 candle has closed bullish. if I execute below this M5 candle, we can push in this 35 pip range. As the range is small, we have already moved a lot, so I will be trading this with C grade setup if we break below M5 candle low, else I am not trading. We got stopped out in here and price moved 75 pips to the low side. Actually, I should have placed my stop loss a little bit higher based on M1 time frame, but these are the things that will get better with time. No, alright, M5 candle has broken below previous M5 supports, but in the last 1 minute. So essentially, if again we break below this low, I will execute, and it will be a C grade setup because the support formation is not up to the mark of my expectations. Alright, we moved back inside the range. It The candle has closed bullish M5 candle, and in M1 it seems like we are creating a support. I will only execute sell if the M15 candle show us something, as NYSE session is coming, New York Stock Exchange session is coming. Maybe we can get a continuation to the downside. So for that we need to wait, and for buyers we are just waiting, and I will fast forward. Alright, M15 candle has closed. M15 candle has closed bullish after a lot of candles. Now if we break below this wick I will execute. I need to see where price potentially can move in this 46 pips of area. I will execute. I will clone this, and now I am waiting. If we break below the previous M30 candle low, I will execute. Until then I will fast forward. Alright, M30 candle has closed. The pattern is up to the expectations, and it is A grade setup for this 40-50 pips of range. So if should I execute below this M30 candle, or should I execute, as there is only 7 pips of difference, I will execute A grade setup below M30 candle low. Place this stop loss 1808, and there is a lot of consolidation in M1 time frame, but we are not looking at that. We are looking at M30 time frame and higher time frames, plus there is a lot of volumes, so I don't think so that this M1 structure will be enough to push price to the buy side. So if we break below M30 candle low, I will execute a C grade setup 0.03. This is sell, straight sell, no sell stops. Place the stop loss of 20 pips and let it run. Now we are just waiting. It is a high volume candle. It is normally is a high volume candle, so that's why I have executed. And yeah, now our A grade setup is also activated, and if I got stopped out, I will not only lose profits for today, but maybe I will be in loss. So what should I do? I will just stick to my plan. I know I can hit stop loss. I'm waiting for this M5 candle to close. Alright, M5 candle at this point has closed, and still the trade looks good, and there is no reason for me to close this trade, but still it can hit my stop loss and I should be okay with that, although I am not okay with that. Oh my god, I made a mistake. Alright, the mistake here I made is that for a great setup to play out, there should be a structure in M5 candle, but there wasn't any structure in that M5 candle. So this is not A grade setup, this is B grade setup. This is not A grade setup, but I will not adjust it now because essentially you can't change a position while live trading if it is already put. So at this point M30 candle has moved back inside the range, and it is no brainer to close a position at this point, waiting for M5 candle to see if we can break above this M5 candle high, which we did, and I got stopped out. Now I am waiting for this M5 candle to close. Yeah, we got stopped out. So you see I was up around 25 US dollar for the day, but the mistake I made, the A grade setup, the setup that I treated as an A grade setup wasn't an A grade setup. So that basically took all my profits out of my pocket. It was 30 US dollar of loss. So essentially what that means is I should be very careful on those A grade setups because they can eat out my entire profits, and above 1810 there is nothing, so I am just waiting. Alright, M30 candle is about to close. We are again breaking below this area, but there is a lot of consolidation in M5, and if I want to trade this setup I should place my sell stop below this area, place stop loss of 14 US dollar. It is around 50 pips of stop for a potential take profit of 30 pips. The risk management here doesn't make any sense, but still let's see how it goes. Now if we break above, if our order gets activated and if we break above the M5 candle high, which is around 20 pips of stop, I will exit everything. And yeah, we are moving down in last 3 minutes of this M5 candle, which is little bit concerning. If I am to manage my stop loss in real time, this is why where my stop loss will go. I normally usually don't like to trade these sort of setups. The reason being we have already moved a lot and we are approaching this support area, and but I am there is mistake I have made. The C grade setup that I traded based on M30 time frame, the stop loss for that trade wasn't right, but still. Alright, I need to wait for 2 minutes. If we break above previous M5 candle high, I want to exit everything. Place my stop loss above that M5 candle high, and maybe this is a wick formation. H1 candle has also closed with no wick, but this setup is amazing setup which could be a B grade setup, so I will trade that setup. 15 US dollar loss, but for that we need to break below the low to the left. I haven't adjusted my sell stop B grade setup for spreads, which I should, so I guess I'm spread gonna pick me up and stop me out, but let's see how it goes. Alright, M5 candle has closed bearish, but there is a lot of struggle that I can see in M1 time frame, and we are up around 7 pips. I want to lower my risk on B grade setup because I don't like price action in M1 time frame, but we will stick to our plan. We will not break our plan. Alright, we are approaching support at 1801 and 1798, so we need to wait. Now I will manage my risk based on this M5 candle. If the next M5 candle break above the current M5 candle high, I will close my positions. And it seems like we gonna break up just by looking at this M1 time frame. M30, there is probability we can push down. In H1 there is also a probability we can push down, so we will just stick to those higher time frames. And now the question becomes, should I manage my stop losses based on higher time frame, or should I manage my risk based on M5 time frame? So as M5 time frame is a weak confirmation time frame, I will not I will place the stop loss above M15 candle high, which is also M30 candle high, which is also H1 candle high, and I will let it run. But now the issue become, we have also already approached a support area at 1800 area, so it means we can continue pushing down just based on these M H1 candles, based on these M15 candles, but I should have take something out of this position, this B grade setup, because I want to end the day at least in break even. Now if price approach 1798 area, I will again take profit at 1798 area, and I will manage my risk based on this M5 time frame. M15 candle is about to close. I am waiting for M15 candle to close. Alright, M5 candle has closed a bullish candle at an important area of 1800 area. So at this point I will close this B grade setup and I will break even this C grade setup, because if I look at higher time frame there is still probability for prices to keep pushing till 1798. Oh, wait a second. Because I want to take profit on B grade setup, I will put my stop loss above previous M5 candle high, which is around 5 pips, and I will break even the rest of position, because still there is probability for prices to continue pushing down. If the price push down, I will make profits, and if price push up, I will not be losing a lot. So it is a win-win situation. I will take advantage of that. 1798, I will close my B grade setup. Yeah, I am now about to get stopped out, and I am okay with that. And at this point, if I look at a lot of things, it makes sense to close this C grade setup also and just wait. And should I execute a sell position if we break below this M15 candle low and this M30 candle low? That's the question for now. And still, yeah, we have now broken below M5 candle low. It is essentially a D grade setup, and lot. Yeah, I will wait. Actually, I should have placed this sell stop right in here at 1800, but I am late for this sell stop. Alright, there is no point of holding this sell stop right now because we are now consolidating and our trading day is over. We are down around 3 US dollars on this trade, but the effort I put in making this video and effort I put in trading today is of value for me, so I will appreciate myself. And I will now save this, and let's look at results. If I look at my results, I can see that that A grade setup put us in loss, where I made a mistake in recognizing that setup. So the short position one were of 52 position and long position one were 83%, which is not true for my case because I am getting a win rate of around 45% usually. So this day in particular is an exception. So at this point I will just end this live stream.